Hey Shopify users, in this video I am going to show you how you can show a video background on this image banner on your Dawn theme version 7. So first thing first, create a copy of your existing theme, just duplicate it and then rename it to whatever you like, and then you are gonna go into the code area of the theme, which is from here, edit code, and you will end up at this place, and on the left hand side under sections look for a file called image-banner, which I have already opened right here. So this is where we are going to make some changes. So in this file we are gonna go down to the area where it has a schema. This is what controls the settings of that section. So after the couple of settings here, it's up to you where you want to add this, but I'm adding a couple of settings right around this area. So I am going to paste some code, and it's right here, these two. So one is to just tell that it has a video background, and second one is where we will put the URL of the video. So save this. I'm going to refresh this on the image banner. On the right hand side you will see these two settings got added. So this is because of the code we added right here. All right, so next we will go back to that file again, and now we are going to make some code changes towards the top up here. Okay, so right where you see this ID equal to banner, right under here before this section, just hit enter, and you have the space, and then you're going to enter this code right here. And after this, move on to this line, same banner ID line, all the way to the end. You see this class, you need to look for where the ending quotes are. So go all the way to the end. It's a long line. And right around here where you see these closing quotes, have some space, and then you are gonna add a bit more code. Okay, so I pasted this code right here. So make sure you don't get rid of these quotes here. It's gonna break the website then. So right before these quotes, you're gonna enter this code. And now the third change we are going to do in this file is down here where you see this section, settings image to blank. In here we are going to paste a little more code, and that is this. Again, make sure spaces are where they're supposed to be, just like what you see on the screen. And a little extra space like this doesn't matter, but if there's a space required, there needs to be at least like one space character there. So okay, so now save this, and now what we're going to do is go back to our customize area for the image banner and these two settings that we had added. Now in the video URL we are going to copy paste some URL for the video, and I already have the URL. You can go into your wherever you're copying it from, have that URL, or if you're in Shopify settings files, you can upload any file here. So I have a video file here that I'm gonna copy the URL for, this one right here, and you click on this, it will copy the link and go back to our customize area. I'm going to paste that link in here in this field, and then also check this checkbox right here. And now save this, and you can see right now nothing's showing here because we need to still connect our code to this code right here. I mean this setting right here. So let's go back to our code, and the code that we had pasted, the first bit of code up here. So right here where you see these empty quotes, we are going to add a bit of code, and that is, so there's these two empty brackets like this, and then section dot settings dot video URL. What this is the the setting that we had added for the video URL, and we already pasted our video URL there. So we're basically saying, hey, read the URL of the video from here. And now save this. And now let's go check out what we have on our site so far. Here, refresh this. And look at this. So there's a video showing. Of course, there's issues going on, but at least we have the video showing, and this video is showing from that setting that we had added where we specified the URL. And now we are going to fix up the styling around this video. So first thing, we are gonna go back into the code and go in the assets folder. There's a file section-image-banner.css that I already have open, and right here, this one. And down here towards the end, we're gonna add some custom code. Down here, I'm gonna add some code, and that is this. So I added a comment here just so we know this is the custom code we have added. All right, so save this, and let's go back to our video right here, refresh. And look at that, right away, that one line made such a huge difference. It's covering the whole area of the video now. And this is looking good. Next, what I would like to do is, let me show you something. You can see this video has us make the screen smaller. There's issues, right? There's that gray background showing, the video's not fitting, and then, you know, it's not looking good. So we are going to fix this. First thing I want to do is get rid of this gray background, because this is a pain here and there. It pops out. So let's get rid of this. And how we're going to do that is, again, go back to our CSS file, and I am going to paste some code at the end again around here. This, save it. Refresh here. Oops, refresh one more time. Sometimes it can take a second to save. As you can see, the gray background's gone. Of course, you're going to see more white space on those areas, so we'll fix this up. So I just want to get rid of this gray background that we really don't need. And now let's start fixing up the styles around different screen sizes. So what I'm going to do is start from the smallest screen size. As you bring the screen down, you can see different sizes. Another thing you can do is, whichever browser you're in, you right click and there's this inspect, and it opens up this dev tool. And in here, I'm gonna put this a little to the side, like right around here, so we can see both at the same time. And here you see this icon up here. If you click on that, you can see right here, it will show the views on different phone sizes, like screen sizes right here. So you can use this, or you could just, you know, just resize and do it that way. And so let's start with fixing this up on the smallest screen size. Most of the people always have issues on the smallest screen size, and I would like to focus on that first. So let's do this. Here you can see we have a bunch of white space, and this is not looking good. So I'm gonna start with adding some code to the CSS again. So in here towards the end, I am going to paste this code right here, like this. One thing very important, in here you will see this is --large. Now, if you go back to the customize area, this is the image banner, all the settings on the right side, you see this banner height large. So mine is large. That's why I have in the code large. If yours is medium or small or whatever settings are in here, I guess small, medium, large, you will have to change this. Meaning in here, just simply if you have medium, you will, instead of large, don't override anything else, just change this large to medium, like this. So that's it. And I am keeping large for now. All right, so let's save this and go back in here and I am going to resize this again, and I am going to refresh this. Now I am doing it this way. You could have two monitors, have this on one monitor, have this on the other. You can also do something like this. You can have this like this, and then there's different orientations for this tool. I can just put this right at the bottom of the screen like this, also like this. At the bottom, I can click this, and yeah, you can play around whatever you like. So all right, so for now I guess I'll keep this here like this, and let's go on top of this video, and you're going to do this inspect. What this does is, now it tells us, as you hover over this code, it's going to tell you what you're selecting within the page, the code related to it. So you are gonna go around this area where you see the banner template, and then there's this banner media, and then there's this content, banner underscore double underscore content, this area. As I have that selected, on the right side, if you see, this code is the code I just added. Now this is the baseline. I just want to put something and then modify it, and this is like a tip for you. These settings I am gonna end up with might not work for you, because your dimensions of the video might be different. There might be already some customizations you've done around this area. So just take the tips I give here and then apply those. Of course, you can copy everything and then modify it based on the tips I'm gonna provide you here. So here, what I'm gonna do is, in here, double click, or actually you just click, it just selects it, up arrow and down arrow. You will see how this is changing. So it kind of gives you an idea what's going on. All right, so you can see as I go down, at a certain point it just stops, right? So around 26, it just stops. After that, nothing happens. And the reason for that is, I'm saying minimum height this, but inside here there's all this content that has other style attributes applied to it. So it's too tall, so it's not going to go past that. We need to fix up what's inside, and then this will all come together. So I am for now just going to leave this wherever it was. It was on 27 minimum height. And let's go fix up some things in here, so then we can adjust the height. So back in here, in this, within the same these brackets, after this bracket here, I am going to paste some more code, and I'll explain it to what that is doing. So first one, like this, something with the button, banner box, heading. So let me explain that to you. First, save this. Let's fix this spacing here. So let's go on the site, and I'm going to refresh this. Look at that. Can you see right away this content moved up, some sizes changed, stuff like that, right? So what is happening is, one thing I did here is I changed the size of right here. So button, so there's this minimum height, there's a font size, so I kind of changed it, and then I changed the heading size too here. This on the right side, you can see this is the code we added. So I made some adjustments though. Okay, so now next thing I'm going to do is right back to this area, click on this content area before we were there, and then start reducing it. You see the difference? Before we couldn't do anything, and I've heard this so many times. I am applying this and it still doesn't fit, and here you go. You need to adjust other things that's happening in that banner, the inside, to be able to adjust. So now I can just get this to right here. So I'm gonna say minimum height 20. So this, by doing this here, of course, this is just in the browser. We're just playing around in that tool. We still have to go make this change in the code. So in here now, I'm gonna change this to 20 like this, save it. Let's go back, refresh this one more time. Again, this can take a second to refresh. There you go. Now I think this looks good. It fits in there, and these size changes that we did, this is, you might say this is small, I don't like this one other screen size. And now what the magic here is, this is happening only in this till max width is 749 pixels, right? After that, it's going to go to the default screen size. To show you that, let's go in here, just turn this off. I'm going to restore this, and from bottom up, let's see, as I go up. By the way, at this corner, you'll be seeing these dimensions, and that's coming from the dev tool. You're not going to see this if the dev tool is not open. And as you go up, we're going to see around 750 stuff happens. You see, this is good till here, but all of a sudden at 750, okay, things happen. It doesn't look good anymore. Now, next we are going to fix it for this screen size and up, right? So let's do that now. So back in here, down here, I'm gonna paste the similar code. Now this is saying after 750 pixels, have the height to this. Now let's see what this does. Let's go back here, and we know around 750 this thing was just looking crazy, right? This, right? All right, I am going to refresh this, and look at that. See the difference? Go down again below 750, and then around 750 you're gonna see all of a sudden like this jump right here. The banner got taller, we're using more screen size, this text went back to how it was. So this is looking good, right? And now as you move up, we need to find which other areas need more attention, right? So keep going up. Even if the banner, we don't see anything breaking or anything, one more thing we need to do is take advantage of the more screen size we have. You want to probably, show more of the video that it might be getting cut off. So what I'm going to do is add a bit more CSS so we can make this banner a bit taller. So next two settings I'm going to add them at the same time. So one, this. So as you can see here, this, and then I'm saying after like 990 pixels, make the height even taller, like a bit taller, right? And then next I'm going to add is around 1320. I'm saying the height, increase it even more. So save this, back to the page. Now right here where it is, right, I'm going to refresh it. You're going to see the banner getting taller. You see how it got a bit taller? So now it's covering more space. So that happened because of the new CSS that we just added. Now let's go all the way down. You can see we still have our changes here. And as we start to move up, where was it? Like 750, we had the code to make some adjustments, right around 750. Here's a jump, it still looks good. Keep going. And then we had it around 990. Right here, you can see another jump, right? So it's like more screen sizes available. Let's make the banner taller. And then keep going. Next one was around 1320. And right here, so right here you can see a jump. You see that jump like this? So there you go. Now if I just maximize this, this is how it looks. So one thing you notice on smaller screen size, you can tell this text was kind of in the middle. Now it's sitting kind of towards the bottom. This is just a setting you have in the image banner. You can just control it from there. And if you go to back to the settings right here, desktop content position, it's right now bottom center. I could just do middle center, and you can see right away the positioning will change. I'm going to refresh here, and there you go. You can see the positioning changing, and as I drag this down, you can see it's still looking good on all screen sizes. So before I finish this video, I do want to mention that you copy all this code from here, and it's possible that you have your default theme and your video resolution same as the one I have. It's one of the common resolutions, and it magically all works. But in case this does not work, what you need to do is come up with the same these widths and these height numbers for yourself, just like I showed you in the dev tool. You can play around and come up with these numbers. It's also possible that you just don't need 3. Maybe you don't like the height like till up to 750. You want it till 550. So you could have something like this, and then around here you could just add another one of these the same way, and here you might do something like this goes up till 750, and then this you could adjust to maybe, you want it to be taller, so maybe this is 45 like this. You can play around with this to make this working for your video. So one last thing I want to show you is you can still use this image banner with the image. So you will uncheck this and select an image, select, save, and if I refresh here now, this is going to show the image. So you can, different places you can use the video, but then other places you want to use the default image functionality, you can still do that. So it has the second image you can have in here also, same way. So basically what I'm trying to tell you is that you still have the default functionality that should still be working. So refresh this, and there you go. So that's it, guys. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.